Today we are going to look at Adobe Spark. This is what you're going to use to create your contextual factors project. So I'd like you to start by going to spark.adobe.com, and that should take you to this page. I'm using Google Chrome, and I recommend you do the same because that's what I test everything on. You probably don't have an Adobe login. If you do, you can go ahead and log in. But if you don't, you're going to click in the right-hand corner, Start Now for free. And that's going to give you a few options here. You can sign in with Facebook, Google. You can sign up with an email. It's completely up to you. It's something that you're going to have to remember. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my Adobe ID. But again, you're going to have to create an account, so you can choose whichever three of options you want. And going to try to remember my password, so you make sure you write this down. This is not something we can look up for you. Once you're in, you're going to have an option here at the top with the little plus sign. You're going to create a new video. Make sure you choose video. You can type in something here, or you can skip this. This is just something you can change later. It's just an idea or a title. I'm going to skip it. This is where you get to pick a template, or you can start from scratch. So there's some templates here, and this is completely up to you if you want a theme, or you can just start from scratch. I'm going to start from scratch just to show you the tools in here that you need to use. There's a tutorial, and you're welcome to go through that. I'm going to go ahead and say got it to skip the tutorial. This is where you're going to add your photos. So when you click this plus sign, you have an option here to add photos, video, text, and some icons. If I add a photo, I can go and upload a photo. I can find free photos online. I can do a lot of different things here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick some different images that I've got on my computer already. And then from here, I can annotate this by clicking the microphone button, the red microphone button. I can choose to add music. I would recommend doing that at the end. And so you have some different options here as well. And on this little pencil at the top right of the picture, that's where you can zoom in, zoom out. You can do some different things here as well. So over at the top right, there's some different layouts. So you can split the screen, and you can add text here. You can do a caption across the bottom. It adds a text box here, or you can do a title and text. So those are all over to the right side. You can change the theme if you want, and that just changes your text size and font. And then you can also resize your picture over here. I would wait and do the music at the end. That way it goes through your entire video, just so that you've got it all set there. And when you hit play, it's going to just kind of go through, and it's got some music set there. When you do click on music, it's got some music that's already uploaded that are just some default music, or you can add your own music, and that'll take you out to where you can add it on the computer. The nice thing about Adobe Spark is that you don't have to save anything as far as to a jump drive. You're going to have this all online. Once you have your account, it saves everything online for you. So it's a project that you've already got on here. It automatically saves, and you don't have to do, anything else as far as packaging all of your pictures together or anything like that. So I'm going to keep on adding now. Down at the bottom left, I can click the plus sign, and I can add another picture. So these would be the pictures from your contextual factors. I'm just, again, using some pictures that I've got. I'm going to go ahead and add another picture just so I've got a few. You're going to have a lot more than this, but I'm just trying to show you how to do something simple. So on my first one, I would click this button and I would hold this while I'm speaking. It's going to ask possibly if you want to allow it to use your microphone. This is something you want to test, and you can hold this down. You see it's counting, and I'm talking, and it's gonna listen for me. So once I'm done, I can go ahead and hit. So you can hear me talking, but the music is kind of loud. So you may want to change the music, the volume, and then I can play it again. And again, that music's kind of loud. So you want to keep playing with this and either use a microphone or make sure that you're close to the microphone when you're recording your voiceover. But it's very simple to use. So you can take your narration for each one, and you can time it over here to the right where it says 7 seconds. That's how long it's going to stay on that picture. 2 seconds is the default. I can change that up to 30 seconds per picture. You really don't want it any longer than that. Your narration shouldn't be any longer than that. And then it's just going to go through and play like a normal slideshow. So you'll see it goes through this picture, and then it goes to the next one. Okay, I'm playing them one by one, but once you're done, you can preview, and now it's going to play the whole thing, and it says it's 15 seconds. So it'll go through my first, second, and third picture, and the music just keeps playing through that whole time. So at the end, it's got that made with Adobe Spark. I can get rid of this. Well, if you have a free account, you can't get rid of this. At the end, you can do a credits, and this is where you can add your own credits and say, you know, that you made it and how you worked all of that. In the beginning, if you wanted to say something about your school, then you could add text here or an icon, and then you could just like find an icon out on the web, and that's up to you. So you could also just do a picture for your beginning slide. You have to have music on at least the first and last slides. Most of the professors don't care if you have it throughout the whole project. You just have to make sure that you can hear yourself talk over the music. So when you're adding that music, make sure that the volume is down as low, you know, as you can, so that you can still hear hear your narration. Once you're done completely, so right now, if I would go back to Spark, I've got this video. It is just called My Video. So I can go back in here and edit and make changes. So it's going to load for me. I didn't have to hit save. It's all just there. And once this is loaded, once you're finished, you're going to download the project, and it prepares your video for download. That way you've got the actual video to upload for your professors into Blackboard and to upload for us into YouTube. So now it has downloaded as an MP4, and that is something you can upload into Blackboard for your professors to view, and then you can send it to us for the lab portion. You're going to publish it to YouTube and give us that link. So that's going to be what you're going to use. You can get, you know, as creative as you want with this. It's very, very simple to use. Everything is stored online, so you don't have to worry about packaging anything like with some of the other programs. And the narration is very simple. If you can do this from your phone or your tablet. There's an app, and it's all free. So make sure you don't have to purchase any of the pro versions or anything else. You can do everything you need to do for this project with the free version. Just, you know, get on here and play with it. And like I said, there's a bunch of tutorials. So if you go back out to the main page, you'll see that there are some different help options. So I can click up here to the right and say help, and it'll give me all sorts of different help topics that you can go and look at. So if you have additional questions, you can feel free to reach out to Emma Burton in the lab. Your lab professors are not going to be able to answer questions about Adobe Spark, but they're the ones that will answer questions about your contextual factors as far as the information that needs to be in there, the content. So the lab professor, the lab instructor will be grading on the technical aspects, and then your PD1 professor is going to grade on the content. But you're turning in one project to both of us. It's the same video that you'll turn into both of us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope this has helped you understand how to use Adobe Spark. Have a great week.